base up. So Savior now, the action is on him a little bit. He's got to take another base. This is a bad move. Don't attack here, Savior. Oh man, he just lost about 12 Hydras for nothing. And I don't think he got more than 10 needle shots off with his Hydras in that exchange. He really can't afford to keep doing that. I mean, he's done that a few times in the game already and managed to stay in. But at this point now, it's getting critical. He cannot afford to do that anymore.
But really, though, I think Savior really learned from his mistakes. I mean, his big problem is he just took a lot from harassment. And, you know, this game, he's just mitigating his losses so well. Like, even when you said there, you know, we could see, just from the commentator standpoint, that, yeah, sure, that was a poor engagement. But Savior caught that right away. And he only lost a few Hydras, where I think a lot of weaker players would have lost a lot more, maybe even dedicated to that attack. So I think, you know, he's paying real attention. It looks like he's going to go for a drop here. You know, I'm not sure if he should keep going for this main, but Bisu's forces are so far away. I think Bisu's going to start losing gateways here, and Savior might get a time window where he can attack that third base.
He's going to be forced to pull back here. I mean, Bisu cannot afford to lose gateways at this point. He just barely got his third base up. His natural can't have that much minerals left in it. He really just can't afford to lose all of his tech. He does not have the kind of income that allows him to rebuild it. So again, Bisu's going to be forced to bring his army back, and that's going to, again, keep him from killing any of Savior's expansion.
That was an excellent harass. I just have to say, that was really smart how he dropped those lurkers back there. Especially because Bisu, you know, he's paying attention to bringing his forces back to his main base.
Yep.
And Savior just wanted to get that little sneak in there, just pick off a few probes, you know, just keeping his edge. And wow, Bisu lost his entire base. Not only is he losing his gateways, but he's losing his tech now. So he's going to be in a real tough position. I mean, he's going to have this one big army, like you said. But I mean, it's real Dragoon heavy. And Savior still doesn't... Oh, wow, he got the shuttle.
Oh, no.
There were two Reavers in that shuttle. And he's so Dragoon heavy. He needs those Reavers to fight off those Hydras. It looks like Bisu is going all in right now. I mean, this is really Bisu's last hope. If he can end it with this attack, that was just enormous.
Savior's countering Bisu's base up top. If Savior gets that base, I don't think Bisu can win this game if he loses that base.
You got the observers.
Oh,
Bisu doesn't have any observers, and wow, Savior has those three lurkers.
Savior. Oh, but this is a massacre right here. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh,
Protoss imba. Shield battery and Reavers on a ramp. That's worse than tanks, man.
Yeah, holy Jesus.
It's like repair for... Oh, wow. Wow, Bisu's done. Bisu is down to his third base. He has no buildings. Bisu's going to lose his natural. He's going to have a Nexus
robotics bay
and two Reavers on a ramp with a shield battery. This is...
I think he's got a couple cannons, too.
Oh, man.
We're going to keep track, yeah.
Wow.
Two proton cannons. I mean, Savior's base there, up and running, no problem.
Wow.
Got some defense. Not looking good for Bisu here. Looks like Savior's proven us both wrong so far. I mean,
I can't believe Savior won this game. I mean, sorry, Bisu's pretty much out of it. Bisu, I mean, he can make some attacks now. He's out of it. So wow, Savior, I mean, he just showed some, you know, good all-around play. He didn't do anything amazing, but he really didn't make any big mistakes. I think he played really smart. It's a really good sign for Savior. He was definitely ready, and I don't think Bisu was ready for it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there, too. It really put him behind. And I think that, you know, hypothetically, if Savior would have made some mistakes during that game, I think that maybe would have cushioned it a little bit. But even without the Ling attack, you know, sure, that definitely sealed the deal. But it definitely gave him a little bit of margin of error. So, you know, even if he, you know, lost a couple Hydras there, you know, this harassment, you know, like that drop was kind of poor. But, you know, that was a well-timed Ling attack. I think he probably really studied Bisu's play. And he knew that Bisu was going to go stay a Reaver on this map, and he knew that he'd have that little time window, especially because he went for that third base real early. You know, so Bisu was probably preparing for a big macro game. Even we were at that point, and then Savior just kind of whips up a bunch of speedlings. And I'm not sure if, you know, I spotted the speed, and I'm sure Bisu did, but I'm not sure if he really thought anything of that early speed. But Savior definitely dedicated with a pretty strong attack there.
Well, I think what might have caught Bisu off guard is that it wasn't really an early speed. It was a pretty late. GG. There we go. Now it's official. The speed wasn't even really early. It kind of came up at a weird timing. Like he was already morphing his lair, and he already had armor going up, and all of a sudden the speed gets up, and He basically just, as soon as he gets speed, he clears out the probe and immediately builds, what was it, I don't know, another 12 to 16 Zerglings and goes right for Bisu's base and totally caught him off guard. I mean, Bisu just had no idea that was coming. And that put Savior up ahead enough to really control the game from then on. Like you said, he actually played really well. I mean, that's the kind of game that we're used to seeing from Savior in the 2006 era and in those days. So I'm surprised. Savior's made me eat my words.
I want to say Savior did well, but just like I said, I don't think he did really anything amazing, and I think partially Bisu lost that game. It really wasn't just Savior's win, and I think you have to keep that into account. That I don't think Bisu really played excellently there. He played decent. He did some good harassment. He had the Reaver timing, like when he picked off those drones, but he didn't really handle those drops well. I think he could have got his third up with a little bit better map control. So I mean, Bisu definitely could have played better there. But irrelevant, it looks like Savior is going to move on to the winners match, and Bisu is going to the losers match. However unsuccessful Bisu was there, I still think he's really a big favorite to leave this group. But I think I'm going to eat my words here with Savior. I thought Zero or Magma, whoever was going to win that game, was probably going to move on. But Savior has a lot of room for mistakes here, and I don't even think he's going to make them. I think, he's got a 50-50 shot against either Zero or Magma. And he's got, he's probably going to play them and then Bisu again. So I think Savior and Bisu are going to move out of this group.
Well,
yeah.
Well, the most interesting thing I think is Bisu. If Bisu wins, as we have to assume he probably will, and if Savior loses his ZVZ, which he could happen, we're gonna see a rematch of Bisu and Savior in the 5th game, and that's gonna decide who moves on. So who knows? I'm kind of looking forward to that and see if that happens. And let's wrap this up and move on to the next game.
I really hope if we see that match, that epic finals match, I really hope Bisu has his shit together. Because, Savior showed that he definitely did there. And I think that game was really the potential to be an epic game, but I don't think Bisu played it. So yeah, I guess wrap this up. If you don't have any final thoughts, I guess while we have a few, seconds left in this video, check out our website, 2009msl.com, if you haven't seen that already. We're going to archive all of our videos there, and basically we're going to have a preview of when our next videos are going to be up and stuff, so you don't have to spam F5 on the search page. You don't have to deal with YouTube stupid playlist shit. So, yeah, peace out, guys.
Which I still don't know how to use. Yeah, see you in the next game.